All right. What's up, y'all? We are live right now. Hope you all are doing okay considering the continuing pandemic. I think we're closed for a month, an extra month. I think through the rest of May, going into
Correct. Yeah.
We're still closed. So we welcome everybody on, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, whatever we're on. Please do us a favor and share if you can. Hit that share button. So let people know that we're on. We're going to talk about how to make some extra money on the side, get you some side income in, especially during this time. We can make some extra bread, as they say. We can take some comments and we'll take some questions. Sister Maya will throw some questions in for us and some comments. But we want you guys to please share, get your questions ready, get your pens and papers ready. We're going to have like a brief conversation with you all about how to make this extra income on the side, how to make it, how to make money online. And, we got a few of us here who are doing it, have been doing it.
We'll show them how to make
especially those of you that are furloughed right now. What'd you say?
I said, show them how to make it rain in this season of drought.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Look, there are people out here making money. There are people out here making bread right now. And they are doing their thing. So as people are coming on, hello, everybody. Hi, we're coming on. Everybody's coming on. We just want to give people a chance to join in. We hope your day is good. This is going to be one of the first financial conversations we have next Friday. I think it's the 15th. We're going to have a financial advisor on, and we're going to discuss investments, debt elimination, budgeting, all those things. We're going to talk about all of that with a financial advisor. He's coming on next Friday at 7 p.m. So we're going to talk about how to make some money tonight. Next week, he's going to talk about how to keep your money, how to invest your money, getting out of debt, all that good stuff next Friday at 7 o'clock. So join us for these two financial sessions, at least two. We're probably going to do some more financial sessions. And then tomorrow night, join us for our Fresh Millennial group. That's probably one of my favorite lives that we have. It's fun, man. With all the young folk, we get to have fun. All righty. Let's get rock and rolling. So again, please share if you can. Let people know that we're on. We're going to give people a chance to introduce themselves, what they do. And then after the introduction, we will jump right into the conversation. So we'll start up top with Brother Moses. Let's talk about who you are, what you do, and introduce yourself.
All right. Well, my name is Moses Green. My main job is I'm a personal trainer. And, one of the things I do to make money online, and specifically in this season, is I have to be able to get leads for my business. So a software that I use to make money online is called ClickFunnels. And that allows me to build a one-page website and drive traffic to that website to get leads for my business. So everything's automated, everything's online.
Cool. I'm Reverend Jonathan Vaughters. I own a cafe, Bean Street Cafe in Marlton, and do a couple other little things. But main thing that I work with is Amazon. Amazon has been pretty good to me. They have two different platforms, individual and FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. It gives you the opportunity to either allow them to ship it or you control your own shipping. In a way, it's kind of like eBay if you do that individually. We'll go more into that later, but you can make some good passive income that way.
Absolutely. And I do eBay on the side. And I found a way to, something that I'm interested in. Not only to buy stuff on eBay. You find some cheap stuff on eBay all the time.
Yeah.
But I also learned to sell stuff on there just by accident. So we're going to talk about eBay. We're going to talk about Amazon. We're going to talk about what's called
ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels. We're talking about Shopify as well.
ClickFunnels and Shopify too. So some of you may have heard of those different platforms. Well, I'm sure everybody heard of Amazon, but you're going to learn more about ClickFunnels and Spotify. Now, this particular class that the three of us do, this is actually, I believe, was almost like a 4 or 5 week on teaching people how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
We're supposed to run it again this year, but then the pandemic hit, so we delayed it. So we're going to give you guys like an introduction to it. And then hopefully later on, we can go into our series, even if we got to do it online, to show people how to make some extra income.
That's cool. That's cool.
So this is going to be more of a conversation. So we're not going to get all into the nitty gritty details of it. Just a thought.
Yeah.
I'll start it off by doing it this way. I think that this particular pandemic, while tragic, showed us a lot of things. Relying on one source of income is trouble.
Yeah.
I think we all had ways to make some extra money, some passive income on the side for years. And this pandemic is starting to push us to it, whether it's somebody doing network marketing, whatever you want to call it, direct sales, or doing business online. We are one of the first generations to be able to have social media, regular website, and in person, all to help bring in some income.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like there's no excuse for you not to be able to make some extra money somewhere.
Right.
And it's unfortunate that it took a tragedy, something tragic in the world, to force us to really push to make sure we got other streams coming in.
Yeah.
You always need extra streams of income. Nothing wrong with having a job, have a full-time job, or have a business, but you want multiple angles coming in, because if one closes down, you got other ones to step into.
Yeah.
What we want to do tonight is break it down in a way where it's reachable for everybody. The stuff we're talking about tonight does not necessarily mean you don't need a whole lot of capital up front.
No.
It's very minimal, if any, capital at all. Mm-hmm. You don't need a building for this besides your house.
No. Yeah. It's a place to stay.
Right. And the cool thing is, now that you're using your house as part of your business during season,
yes.
You know,
write that off.
If you have the right accountant, you can write it off.
Yeah.
And what I learned even this year, you know, those of us that own side businesses, you can even take your quote unquote vacation can be your corporate retreat.
Right.
Yes.
That off, because if you do business while you're gone,
that's right.
Part vacation, part board retreat.
Yeah.
Wealthy folk know stuff about this that we don't know about.
We don't know about.
Having the right accountant tell you, like for instance, you know, if you have children, you can actually hire your child as an employee.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Give your child a salary.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then that takes a tax deduction off of you.
Right.
The child has to pay some taxes, but now they're already in this whole. There's a whole way, and you can write off. There are people writing off Pampers. They're they're writing off all this stuff because the system is geared to business owners.
Right.
So you know, I'll let you guys kind of talk about your thing, and I'll jump into the eBay side later. But do you guys have anything to say about kind of that introduction part that we just talked about?
Yeah, I think like you were saying, you know, this gave us the eye opener at this point to say, wow, like I needed that extra income. I need something on the side. And I've seen people go out and find a way to do it. I have people even contact me and ask me about Amazon or different ways to make money. But, you know, you need that other income. And like you said, it's great for tax purposes. I have retired people. I talk to them all the time. They're retired. They get this the Social Security check or things like that. They have to pay taxes on later on. Because of that, they start a business. You know, they can write that off. And now their taxes are less. They balance it out at the end of the year. So, I mean, it's many ways that this helps you, but the passive income, it helps you, but it helps you out in your taxes also.
Yeah.
Right. And right now, there's no longer the excuse that we don't have time.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no longer the excuse that we don't have time. And basically between eBay, Amazon, you know, with Shopify and ClickFunnels, I know with those two, there's 2 week trials, 2 week free trials that you can get in And like Pastor Nick said, spend no capital and then just figure out what is it that you want to do that's going to bring in extra income to help your family. That way, you're not depending on a $1,200 stimulus check. You can create your own stimulus check week by week by week.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's true, especially Black folk. You know, we love tax season. Ready to get my refund. It's like you wait all year just to get your refund.
Get your refund.
Right.
That's it.
The government is giving you your money back that you gave to them.
That's
Right.
it.
And
That's it.
And wealthy people, they don't get refunds. Most of
No.
them, they owe every year.
No.
You know,
The object of this thing is to break even. Yes, your object. You want to break even. And if you can break even, you do good. But that's wealthy thinking. You know, I just want to break even. But otherwise you wait on the tax check every year.
and Moses brought up something good. Instead of waiting for a stimulus or a tax check one time a year, what about you making that same amount of money every single month? You know, and it's possible. So
yeah.
Because even when that $1,200 comes, it's going to be gone just like that.
Yep.
Most people's rent $900 to $1,000 maybe, and what you going to do after that?
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Exactly. So Moses, why don't we start off with you, because you have the personal training business that you're doing online now, since you can't do it in person like that.
Oh, right.
Man. And maybe let's start there. And because some people own a business, maybe they cook making cupcakes or whatever. What stuff? How online for you, for those that own a business, they may not have a brick and mortar place, but they can do it out of their house. How are you using online to help your fitness training business?
All right. So what I'm doing is, first, I need to get attention, because no longer do I have a building where I can train clients at. No longer can they come to me. So I have to be able to go to them. So one of the things I do is I promote, on social media, because everybody's on social media. And even right now, they have way more time to be on social media since they're not at work. So the first thing I had to do is get their attention. So I definitely, I definitely promote and push on social media. But the one thing that I brought up in regards to ClickFunnels is I have to build a website that therefore I can drive in leads to my business, because if I have nobody coming to my business, I have no business.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I had to be able to drive those leads to it. So that's where, like I said, I came up with the ClickFunnels idea where, all right, let me start getting people to notice me, and people still need to train. Like in my profession, people still need to train. So like, why don't I offer online training 3 times a week, just like I would if they came to the brick and mortar gym? Why don't I still offer that to them at a reasonable price that they can get? But then not only am I training 20 people at a time, I can train 100 people at a time.
Wow.
So
now I'm not limiting myself business wise, because I'm getting creative and figuring out where's everybody else going.
So talk to us a little bit about how to get leads on Facebook and other places. I know it's a more complicated process, but Facebook talks about boosting posts and doing all that stuff. So, and you talked about targeting a certain audience. Kind of give us an overview on how somebody that owns a business can target a certain audience.
All right. So for instance, me in the fitness space, a majority of the people right now, I'll give you a little secret to what I'm doing right now. So, between yourself and, between Pastor Nick and Jonathan, you won't see my ads because you're not my ideal client right now. I'm targeting. I'm sorry.
I'm out of shape. I'm out of shape right now. Right. You're talking about wow.
Right. Ideally, right now, what I'm doing is I'm targeting women between the age of 30 and 55 to 60-year-old women.
That's money.
That's what I'm targeting. Okay. And the thing is, the reason why I started at 30 is a lot of 22, 23-year-olds might not have money.
Right.
Gotcha. You see what I'm saying? So what is my ideal client to the point where it's like I'm not chasing a check over and over and over again? So I set that limit to 30 because most likely they have a good enough job where they can pay recurring. All right. Okay. So my ideal client right now is between 30 and 55 to 60 years old. All right. Okay. So I'm targeting them, and anybody right now. What I'm doing is, since I live in Lindenwood, I'm targeting people within a 10-mile radius of where my house is.
Okay.
All right. Reason being is because when things start coming back, now I can use those same people that work with me online. Now they can come to the gym and work out with me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So you
but at the same time, I can still target people that are in other states. But right now, my focus is on people that are within a 10-mile radius of where I live.
So you use Facebook to do that, or a different software?
I use Facebook to do that. Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's more like you have to set up a business page and have like it gives you like access to that part.
Absolutely. So it's business.facebook.com. That's where you go to, and you have your business manager. So what I do is, since I need leads for my business, I do what's called a conversion ad, and the conversion point is actually leads. And then at that point, there's 3 things to get customers to your business. It's 1 is a hook, 2 is a story, 3 is an offer. So what's the hook?
Yeah, go back over that. Yeah.
All right. So 1 is a hook, 2 is a story, 3 is the offer. All right. The hook, free training for the next. Say I'll offer free training for the next month. All right. Now, what's the story? You don't want to be out of shape once the summer comes, and don't blame coronavirus for it. All right. That's the story. and then you make them an offer. The offer is sign up now for the free training for the month.
Okay.
So now you're driving leads to your business. Okay. Right. And then at that business, there's things you want to do. So since you're driving them in for free, of course, if you're driving traffic, you're going to have to pay for that traffic. So what you do is you pay for that traffic, maybe about $5, $10 per lead. All right. After you get the leads, you want to upsell them on something. Now, with the training, what else are they going to need? Nutritional counseling. What else might they need? They might need a meal plan. They might need food made for them. What else might they need? They might need supplements. They might need the heart rate monitors. So you can upsell them on the back end after you get them in with the free front end offer.
Okay, that's good. So the one thing you said is the recurring part. I think we look at one time.
Yeah.
People. When vision means I need a recurring person, a consistent customer.
So let me give you a nice breakdown for this. For the recurring model, say your goal is to make $10,000 a month. Okay. If I just charge on what's the day, the 7th? If I just charge on the 7th of every month, then that's 7 times 12. That's $120,000 for a year, correct? Now that's because I'm charging once a month. Here's what I'll offer you to do. You should charge once a week. So whatever it is, charge that same thing, because think about it. How many weeks are in a month?
4 normally.
4 normally, yeah.
4 normally, right? Yeah. But if you take that 4 and multiply it by 12, that's 48 weeks, correct?
Yeah, and then there's
52 weeks in a year.
Yep.
So if you do that, you're missing a month of salary.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you take that 10,000, stretch it over 12 months, that's 120,000, but you missed a month of salary. So that's really $10,000 you just lost over the course of a year.
Yeah. That's true.
So I challenge people more so to why not charge once a week?
Right.
Because you make up that month on the back end. Worst case scenario, charge every other week.
Okay. Yeah.
Preferably whenever people get paid. If they get paid on the 1st and 15th, charge then, because you make up that at the end. That way you don't cheat yourself at the end of the year.
That makes sense. Never thought about that. That's actually true.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I did that for the longest.
Yeah.
But when I came across, I'm like, yo, I've lost so much money just by charging once a month. Get their card on file. That way they already know, hey, we're charging X amount of dollars per week. You got money coming in residually every week.
Right. That's true. And I think people forget that if you have a mass of people giving you $5 a week, they're looking at that like, well, it's only $5, but you, the one that's getting the money, is looking at it. You got 1,000 people giving you $5 a week.
Yeah.
That's $5,000 a week right there. Times 52.
That's a lot of money.
You make over the course of the year. You know, it's not always about charging somebody the highest price all the time. Which I'm not against. You know, I'm not saying don't undervalue yourself.
Right.
If you don't need to, but we need to look at mass production.
Right.
That if you have. You know, and I know a guy who's doing that now. He's only charging people like $5 a month for something, but he has so many people giving him $5 a month. He's making crazy money just on $5 a month.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I want to say he has like 8,000 people doing that.
Yeah. And then the crazy thing is he has people giving him more money every month because they bought into his vision. And watch this. The people that give $10 a month get the same thing as the $5 a month people. people get $20 a month and they get the same thing as the $5 is because they bought into his vision. And I think people forget business is about people buying into your vision.
That's it. That's
and if
it.
they buy into your vision, they don't mind spending the money.
No, they don't.
All you're doing is serving the customer.
Right.
That's it.
And it's something worthwhile.
Right.
And something else you brought up too. You know your target audience. Not that you're rejecting everybody else.
Right, because I'll take them too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I know who my target audience is. And also, here's another one. When you get that customer, why don't you ask them, hey, do you know 3 people that also want to work out with you? Because that's more money that's coming to you.
Yeah. Yep. And I think people always need to remember also that you're trying to retain every customer.
Yep.
No matter what you do, you're trying to retain every customer. Even in a brick and mortar like me, we have loyalty points.
Yeah.
What does that do? That allow people to try to reach a goal. Every day they're coming back to you because they signed up and they want something free at the end. Yep. So if they spend $100, they get $10 in free drinks, and specialty drinks, coffees and macchiatos, whatever. But that drives them back to the place. They continue to come. They get text messages, and that's what they do. They're a customer, and they're retention.
You know what that reminds me of? You remember back in the day when McDonald's used to have the Monopoly game?
Yes.
And you would go and you were trying to get Park Place. You were trying to get Boardwalk.
Never would get it.
Same thing. You have to figure out ways to get people to come back.
Right. They got to come back.
That's good. We have a question. How did you set up payments? So for instance, Moses, somebody says they want to do the training with you. You talked about putting a card on file. Like, you have a website they pay through, or how do you?
They go through my my Square. I use Square payments.
Okay. So
that's what I do. But in regards to the card on file, there's a sheet, ACH debit, credit card sheet that I have them sign. That way they're giving me permission to get that card on file. That way, every Friday at 12 o'clock, I don't have to get permission from them, or I have to call them to make the payment. They know that payment's coming out.
Absolutely. That's good.
Because think about it, when you used to go to like the Planet Fitnesses, the LA Fitnesses, you don't have to give them a payment once a month. That thing comes out of our account.
Right.
So we got to treat ourselves like these big businesses as well.
Yeah, that's good. All right. So we got the aspect of the business from work, just putting your leads out there that Moses talked about. So just so we won't run over too much time, we'll come back to some other stuff. So Reverend Vaughters, let's talk about Amazon and how you got into Amazon and how people can use Amazon, not to go shopping, because folks are buying stuff from Amazon. Yeah. My neighbor got Amazon trucks coming in every day. So
my wife got Amazon trucks coming every day.
Every day, mine too. Keep it in business. There's 300 million Amazon customers, that's on that platform. So we have 300 million people that you can sell to. So I got into it in 2010. I think we had moved up here. I've been up here a year, and we just needed extra income. And we found out from this young lady. She told me about Amazon. The first time she told me, I just didn't listen. You know how we always do. Somebody tell you about selling something. Nah. But then she came back and she showed me her check. And her check was $1,300 for 1 week. I was like, she got my attention. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, Jonathan, it might take you a little while, but if you can make a car payment, wouldn't it be worth it? I said, yeah. So teach me. And so she started teaching me, she said, Jonathan, go to the stores. Basically, you're buying low, you're trying to sell high. She said, keep this principle in mind when dealing with Amazon. You want to buy something that you can sell for, they're going to take 30% of what you sell it for. So if I buy something for $3, she said, you want to sell it for $9 to make your profit at the end of it. Because $3, you got to think about it, it's probably going to go towards a little bit of the shipping that's part of that and some material costs. So she said, just always keep that in mind. I said, okay. So I started learning about it a little bit more. And I realized individual, there's 2 different ways you can sell on Amazon. Individual, and they call it FBA. Individual, you take care of everything yourself. It's almost like eBay. You're going to buy it, you're going to ship it. You still put it on their platform, but when they buy it, you ship it, you're responsible for all the customer service. But with the FBA, which gives you access to people who are prime customers, then they take care of everything for you. They do it all. And so it was like, okay, so why would I want to do that? And I got to pay them $40 a month. Why would I want to do that? Well, because they're taking care of your customer service. They're taking your item, you ship it to them, and basically you ship it to them and you just forget about it. Because what's happening is the prime customers who want their whatever they purchase in 1 day, or I mean in 2 days, they're going to just buy it. And they don't care. They just buy. Like my wife, like we said, all about wives. We just buy it, and and they just want to be prime members because it's just that easy. It's free shipping for 2 days. Now I think they switched it to like a third day now, but still free. So you have more opportunity to sell. So once I switched to FBA, that's when I really took off. And you just started, basically, we started shipping items to Amazon as much as possible. Every week we would go out and look for sales, look for deals, look for different things to sell. And once we started learning about rankings of items, which, you know, I kind of leave some of that back there, but ranking basically says what's hot right now. What are people buying right now? It's basically that easy. What are they buying right now? So for Christmas time, you know, a lot of toys, a lot of different items like that. You can start gearing up for that in September. And so we began, you know, buying things in September for items like that. And then 1 week we went, I think I went on a trip, and we had just sent at that time, we probably had about 200 items up there. Went on the trip, we came back, and we received a check for like $1,200 for that 1 week. Pretty much paid for the trip. And I was like, okay, we're doing something.
Right.
Because we just kept sending. You know, every week we had a rhythm. Like twice a week, we'd try to send packages. Twice a week. We'd buy what we could on like Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. We'd try to ship on Thursday and Saturday. We just continue to do it. It was like a rhythm thing, because the more items you have up, the more opportunity you have to sell, right? And so you just kept doing it. And then after a while, it just starts shipping. And you just see the emails come in. People buying. And then you find your hot products where people are buying more of, and you just try to go clean up on those products.
Right.
I would go to Target and just buy the whole section out and just resell it. But it is pretty easy to get into, especially on the individual level. All you have to do is have your name. You got to have a bank account for sure, so they can do a deposit and they can, you know, take any funds they need to get from there. You got to have a business name. Individual, you just need some type of business name that you can have. You got to have an ID. Some type of ID. They've gotten a little stricter. They want to know who you are. They want to know who to come to if you try to fraudulently sell something on their site. Yeah. But besides that, you know, you have to be able to work it. But, you know, once you put the hustle in, put the time in, you'll find the right products and you make the money.
That's good. I remember reading this. Really got me into a lot of this stuff. I remember reading the story of this guy. He sold stuff on Amazon. He used to start. Well, he would go to Walmart, like you said, and he would go to the clearance section of Walmart. Now, this is before Walmart caught on. Now, Walmart
caught on. Yeah, they all caught on.
Right. So the clearance section is really not that heavily discounted. So he would go to the discount and Walmart, a couple other places, buy all the clearance stuff.
Yeah.
Sell it. This guy ended up making $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
From Amazon. He bought his own warehouse and hired other people to go shopping for him. Wow. And he just managed all the computer stuff to make sure the stuff was shipped out here and there. So he started a business where he employs himself and employs a bunch of other people. So he started a whole entire business out of just selling on Amazon. And
it works like that.
Yeah.
It works like that.
Because by the time I found out from you, was it last year we did it? It was last year, right?
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Last year. I think it was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
Early 2019.
Yeah, early 2019. I went to Walmart and I saw that clearance section. I said, "Man, they done caught on."
They caught on. I went to Ollie's one time, and it was still it was cold. It was probably in like a January or something like that. But no, actually, it was going into March, and I was like, "Why they have these? They got the heaters on sale." But I started thinking about over in the western part of the United States, like Washington's and all that, it's still cold. Michigan, it's still cold. The northern part. So I bought like 20 of them and I sent them to Amazon FBA. So they sold out in like 2 days.
Wow.
Nice.
Reason why? Because there was a sale here, but they couldn't get the heaters, as many heaters they wanted to. I started seeing people in Washington buying, people in Michigan buying, people in Illinois buying. I mean, I was like, so they were just selling everywhere. So the whole mindset, don't just think about, also I tell people all the time, don't just think about what you like when you go to purchase.
Yes.
Because we'll mess ourselves up. I started off doing it that way and I lost a lot of money. I was like, I wouldn't like that. No, it's always somebody out there. If it's the right price, it's the right buy. If it's the right price, it's the right buy. That's all.
And matter of fact, touching on that, not just thinking about yourself, one of the tools that I mentioned when we did our class was the Google Trends. Just
that's
get
right.
on there and look at what's trending right now.
That's it.
And figure out, all right, what is it that I want to sell?
So explain that Google Trends to people just in case they don't know about.
All right, so Google Trends is basically, if Google is the #1 search traffic in the world, you know, Amazon's up there as well. I want to say Amazon might be #2. But if you go to Google Trends and see, it's in the top left-hand corner, and see what's trending for that day, what's trending for that month, what's trending for that year, you can figure out, specifically if you're trying to sell things online, you can figure out what is hot and try to just market and sell that. So that'll be perfect. And just like what, you know, Pastor Vaughters said, you know, hey, it might not be trending here, but what's trending on the West Coast?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and Amazon, they're just searching anywhere. They're not just searching West Coast.
No,
they're searching anywhere. So even if you're selling on the East Coast, they'll search, they'll see it, and they'll buy it.
Right.
And the wonderful thing too, you know where they have the most the buying activity for your items when you go to ship it to them if you're an FBA client, because they will tell you to ship it to different warehouses. They won't allow you to ship everything to one warehouse. Even though we have a big warehouse in New Jersey, they'll say, Jonathan, ship 9 of these heaters over here to Washington, or send all over here to California, because they know it's easier for them to get the supplies to whoever they need to get to the greater demand.
Especially if they're a Prime member, that means they'll be able to get it in 2 days.
Exactly.
Wow, that's interesting. Cool. So we got the online thing with Brother Moses and Vaughters talked about Amazon. So I do stuff on eBay. So it originally started with me reading this book called The Millionaire Next Door. All right. And it's called The Millionaire Next Door because it talks about the people that live in your neighborhood that actually have money, and you just don't know they have money. Because millionaires we see got the big cars, the big house.
Yeah.
You can have a millionaire living next door in a regular looking house. And there's this guy that was a janitor. He retired a millionaire as a janitor of a school.
Yeah,
that's because he took his money, he saved it, he invested it. So by the time he retired, off a janitor's salary, he was able to leave his family with over $1 million worth of money from a janitor's salary, y'all.
Yeah.
And we're going to learn about that next week. It's not about always how much you make. It's what you do with what you make and how you build that too. So in the book, it talked about how people that are a lot of millionaires, we think they shop at Neiman Marcus, Bloomingdale's, and Nordstrom's and stuff. And most of the millionaires like, nah, I go to the thrift store. And I buy my suits from the thrift store, some ties from the thrift store. And I'm sitting there, and I know how I like to dress, and I know the type of clothes I like, and I know I don't have the money to afford that kind of money, the newer. So I said, let me try it. So I went on eBay, I bought some ties. That's where it started, buying some ties. And I said, I got some old shoes. I don't wear them anymore. Let me sell them. And I didn't know what I was doing, so I underpriced some of them. So I put these one pair of shoes on up there. It sold like that.
Gone.
I didn't know. All right, I didn't know I underpriced it.
Yeah.
They bought it with the quickness. So I sold my shoes, a bunch of shoes online. I said, yo, maybe instead of me just buying on here, let me start selling some stuff. And the first place I went was my closet. And again, this is why we're talking to you guys. You don't need a whole lot of capital to start. Sometimes you can just look in your closet. Now I take care of my clothes.
Right.
So I started selling some shoes, selling some clothes. And like Pastor Vaughters says, the right price. I know how much I spent for it, but doesn't mean the rest of the world is going to spend that same amount of money for it.
Right.
So I bought a pair of shoes for a certain price. I sold them for about 75% of what I bought them for. I took care of them. They're relatively almost new. And I was like, bet. So it took me a minute to figure out that price ratio, but I started in my closet with selling some stuff. And then I started going to the Goodwill, the Red, White, and Blue thrift store, or some other thrift stores, or even on eBay, just searching eBay every day for stuff I can buy for cheap and sell at a bigger price.
Well, that's good right there.
Just recently, there's a certain tie maker that I like. People don't know what they're selling sometimes.
That's it.
I got the one tie for $50, and somebody else sold this other tie, the type of tie, for $20. I think it was like $20, $25. They didn't know what they were selling. I bought that thing with the quickness. The crazy thing is this, right? Normally, those ties sell for almost $300 or more. I bought it for $20. It sold for $250.
Wow.
One time.
Wow.
The person didn't know what they were selling. It was I got it for
That's
20
happened.
bucks, sold it for $250.
Wow.
One time. And I think the person bought it within 4 days of me listing it.
Yeah.
And,
That's it.
But people, look at this. They always say, you hear these stories in the news. People go to a yard sale, buy something, and then they buy it, and they don't. The person that sells it don't know what they're selling.
They don't understand the value.
They don't understand the value of it. So I search eBay like every day for certain things, and then I try to buy them for cheap, resell them for later at a higher price. But I got to figure out, is it worth me buying this if I can only get this amount of money? So for instance, I always lowball it. So the least I can get from this sale is this. So if I see something that I think I can sell, I got to judge to see if it's worth me buying it to resell it, because I don't want to buy it and only make $2 from it.
I was about to ask you, do you have a minimum margin for your profits?
Yeah, is that
They're saying I'm not taking nothing less than 30% on this?
Yeah, for the most part, 30 to 40%. Yeah. So say for instance, let's use another tie for an example. I know usually certain ties I can sell them for about $16, right? Certain ones.
Okay.
If it's $20, there's no point in me even buying it, because by the time eBay takes their fees out, if I decide that I'm going to pay for shipping, or if they're going to pay for shipping, by there it's changed up.
Yeah.
But I do have a certain threshold. It's got like 30, 40%. It's got to be worth it to me for me to buy this and sell it. So I bought these shoes, right, from a store in Philly. I wore them one time. I didn't like the way they fit. And I was like, man, I don't like these no more. Let me put them up online. Crazy thing is this. I bought them at one price. I sold them, I think it was for almost $25 above what I bought.
Oh man.
I got my money back plus the $25. So, but
eBay is a wonderful thing.
Right. Right. So here's my belief. Unless it's like food or something I don't care about, I only buy stuff I can resell.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the only stuff I buy. The only clothes I buy is clothes I can resell. Shoes I can resell, unless I just completely bum them out.
Yeah.
Right. But ladies, they have a whole site geared towards people reselling Coach bags.
Yeah. I've seen.
Our women, they got Coach bags, all them bags sitting around. You can you're not using them. Look in your closet and figure out what can you sell.
That's it. And just because
it's anything.
And just because you think it doesn't have value, believe me, everybody's not thinking like that.
Right. Absolutely.
They're looking for
it. They're not thinking about it. Most people are on those sites, like you say, Amazon, eBay, and Shopify, looking to buy stuff. But I'm always looking, if I'm going to buy this, what can I get out of this after?
Right. Even if I get long term. Even if I buy it for me, I may not be able to get the price of what I bought it for, but can I get somewhat close to it?
Yeah.
To get my money back. But I think it changed my way of thinking. I moved from just a consumer to an entrepreneur, producer mindset.
So I think that's true.
There are some months I'll make $500 that month, or X amount that month. And that's my eBay money is my play money. That's my money if I want to buy something for me, like a fish, or go to something like this. I use that money for that. So I fund my play. Yes. If I can say it like that.
Well, makes perfect sense.
My regular.
Yes.
My first thing to everybody is look in your closet. What can you get rid of? It's been sitting there. You can't fit it no more. Come on.
Look in your closet. Didn't someone you taught last year? Didn't someone in the training you taught? They went in their closet and they made a certain amount of money and came back and told you about it.
Yo, let me tell you something. Well, the type of clothes she was selling was something. Sister girl, I think she made like $1,000 plus in 1 month.
Wow.
Just selling stuff in her closet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you something. And not even just clothes. I mean, just like those people like tech stuff. Like here you go. Every time I buy a new phone, I always sell my other one on eBay.
Yeah.
So my last iPhone
Me
that
too.
I sold,
Yeah.
I made like $400 some odd from my old iPhone. So anytime I upgrade, I always sell my old one to make most of my money back to go towards the new one.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but again, a lot of us, we just get rid of stuff that could easily be something that we can resell. Anytime you go to Goodwill, clearance section, red, white, and blue store, don't just look to buy. Look at, there's a bunch of name brand stuff in there that you can actually sell and get some money from it.
Yeah.
And eBay's easy to set up, to be honest with you. All right, I have plenty of shoes I can sell. Are there safety concerns with selling on eBay? Well, I need to use my home address. You have to have an address. And I don't think you can use a P.O. box for eBay. That's the only thing.
No, you can't do it for Amazon either.
You have to have a physical address that you send it from. So that is a concern sometimes if you're not comfortable with your home address. And that's an understandable concern. And sometimes there's a pickup too. Like I met somebody at Walmart one time.
Yeah.
And he just, he bought the stuff and I went and dropped it off at a very open site. I don't like to do that normally, but some stuff is easier just if the person's close to you. Like I did another app I just used was OfferUp.
Okay.
OfferUp. I used a couple of my filters for my fish tanks. When I upgraded to a new one, I sold my old ones.
Yeah.
So the way I fund my fishing hobby, aquarium hobby, is I sell a bunch of old stuff to pay for
the new
stuff. So that is something there. We got a few questions in here. Let me see.
I know Jason asked one earlier.
The one with Jason Fuller, Maya. Okay, can you throw that one up there? I think the first one says if someone is looking for a bargain. So if someone's looking for a bargain on eBay because they can't afford the normal asking price, you come along, snap all the bargains up and up the price. Is that a good thing? Yes. It's called capitalism.
That's what we're doing in the United States.
Right. Now, I would say they're cutting down on price gouging. I don't think you should gouge.
No, you don't.
There are people that overprice on Amazon, and even Moses, when people that do the leads and they overprice, and nobody wants to pay for all that. Or eBay, you overprice and you'll get looked over. You got to find that happy medium.
Yeah. Of
making money and not being too greedy. Where, like the guys that bought all those hand sanitizers, and the government came after them. Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They were gouging people for it. So,
but eBay, I think eBay also will. They will basically give you a medium price that you can sell it from.
Yeah, I don't know those numbers though.
Oh, you don't do that? Okay.
No, because usually their numbers are different.
Okay.
They're because one time I was mad. I sold this suit, right? I was mad. And part of it was my impatience because I wanted to hurry up and get rid of it. I sold it for $50, right? I just happened to look at the person that bought it to see was the person like me and a reseller. So I saw it on their site. They sold it for $150.
Yeah.
I bought it for $150. And I sold it for $50. I was mad. Ooh, I was hot.
Yeah. I know you was hot.
Couldn't be too mad because I do the same thing. So.
Yeah. Well, it's supply and demand. It's supply and demand. Supply and demand. If I have the supply that you want and the demand is high enough, you're going to pay the price. You're not trying to price gouge, but if I have it, you're going to pay the price for it. I do the same thing.
Can you throw the question up with Devon? And while that question's coming up, Moses, I noticed that on Instagram, I'm getting so many ads on my timeline on Instagram. I mean, it's like, I guess during this pandemic, everybody's doing it.
Well, I'll tell you this. Advertising is cheaper than ever right now.
Okay.
So put on this. So say I wanted to get leads and say I was paying $20 a day just to do some advertising, get leads for my business. Before I'd probably get about maybe 10 leads a day. Now I can get about a good 40 to 50 leads for $20.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's not bad. That's good.
So it's cheaper. So the thing is, if people are still in the game and advertising, because some people pull back because they don't know where they are money-wise because of Corona. You know what I mean? But other people are taking advantage of it and they're advertising even more. So there's going to be some people that get, real wealthy during this time. Some people won't. But that's exactly what happened because technically we're headed towards a recession right now. So this was just like 2008, 2009, when a lot of people got rich during that time.
Yeah.
They're going to get rich during this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to make money during this time.
Mm-hmm.
Water, you got a question up there.
What's the question?
Water, did you see the question?
Passive Vaughters, does Amazon restrict what you can sell? Okay. So for the most part, yes. The answer to that is yes. They restrict what you can sell. But you can put in a form to be able to sell it as a business. So there are some items, like say for instance, liquid cleaners, some type of cleaning items. You just can't sell that on there because it's hard to ship and package some of that. It's a hazard. There are some other items that you can put in a form that will allow you to sell other items.
Okay.
So I guess it just depends on the item.
I'm buy Nikes and sell it. So if you can sell a pair of Nikes on Amazon. But some of the items they will put a restriction on. They will tell you up front though. As soon as you put that item in there, they will basically put a restriction there and say what you need to do to show why you want to sell on Amazon. Once again, Amazon is looking for more of a business model, so they don't want you to have a 1 and 2 sell item. They don't want you to have a off item. They want you to look like you're a business selling. If you got one pair of Nikes, they want you to have another pair somewhere. So say I got 2 and 3 pair of Nikes and have a purchase order. Okay.
So I know a lot of people, they go buy the Jordans that first come out.
Yes.
And they hold them, and then they sell them bad boys for like $600-700 for them. And people buying them too.
You can get if they don't restrict it, you can buy whatever. But a lot of times they'll tell you up front whether you can sell it or not. And if they allow you to sell it, sell it.
Pastor Nick, are there restrictions like that on eBay?
I don't think so. No, I haven't had any restrictions at all.
I was going to say this Nike example. Like, would they be able to buy those Jordans?
Yeah. I haven't found a restriction. Like people, like I buy stuff and resell it on eBay all the time.
Gotcha.
Especially Jordans or Nikes, you can sell them. You can sell them on eBay without a problem, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, eBay seems to be a little more, I guess, liberal with their stuff. But they do pay attention to one thing eBay does do. They want all the communications on eBay. So, say for instance, I can't give somebody my cell phone number and say hit me up outside or Yahoo. They'll suspend your account if you keep doing that. And once you sell in there, they want it all.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we have another question about if you have a large sum of money to invest. We're going to actually talk more about that next week. If you have a large sum of money to invest, how would you invest in this climate? Next Friday at 7, we're going to talk about investments. Stocks are way down.
Yeah, they are down. Oh man.
And if you got some money and you watch this, not just money, you got money that you can put out there and just sit until everything goes up, you good.
Listen,
you have the money where you're not gonna miss it. Don't invest what you're not afraid. If you're scared to lose it, don't invest it.
Carnival, just an example.
Going back to what you said, that play money.
Yeah, the play money. Yeah. If you got some play money, do it.
Just an example. Carnival, they normally sell their stock between $45-50. Their stock is down to $10. Okay. I think it just went up to 13, but it's gonna make its way back. We know that. But if you have, like they said, that money that you can wait a long time for to get that return back, then think about it. You put $1,000 into something that's $10 a share, and you get triple that amount back.
Hey. You're doing all right. You just got
100 shares,
right? And if you can wait 12 months to 18 months,
that's it.
Turn around, and you're not gonna miss it. All for it. eBay can be fun. Do you send? Yeah, you can. eBay, they have you sign up for this international shipping thing, and you don't pay like extra money for shipping. Somehow they have it worked out where you send it to their place in Kentucky, and then they send it overseas. You just charge a regular shipping price. Yeah. Shipping goes by weight, of course, and you just you can put the weight in there, and they'll tell you what the cost will be shipping wise. But there are some people, like if they're selling from Canada or England, you'll see the shipping price being a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
But it all depends on what you're selling. eBay has a different international thing compared to so sometimes it could be higher, sometimes it could be lower. Put it that way. But usually it's not crazy high. So I would say, for everybody, start looking in your closets when you go shopping in Target, Walmart, go in that clearance rack and see something that's there. You never know what you can get for it. Oh, the other thing was, I think, Pastor Vaughters, you talked about having an app where you could see how much stuff is going for.
Yes.
Line.
Is that what you were scanning? Like scanning the barcode?
Yeah, you would scan the barcode. So I would walk through, Walmart, scan the barcode to see what it will sell for on Amazon. Now, Amazon has the same type built in on their Amazon seller app now also. So you can just use that app, scan, and look what the purchase price is that you're buying it for, and it'll give you an estimate of what it's selling for.
Okay, that's good. So
and their fees also, what they charge, because you gotta know those fees.
They charge when it charges you scan?
No. I'm saying it'll give you what their fees are. So it'll give you. So if you're buying it for $3, it's going to tell you their fees is about $3.
Okay.
Then you need to sell it for $9, or something like that. So
okay, cool. Pastor Nas, do you have a preference between selling on eBay or OfferUp? You consider I prefer eBay over OfferUp. OfferUp seems to be a little harder to sell on for some reason. I tried them, and sometimes I'll sell something on Facebook. But eBay seems to be just the easiest way to me. Maybe because OfferUp is I think it's more relatively newer.
New, yeah, maybe.
But it seems to be, people do good on Poshmark and Etsy. I haven't really used those yet. I've looked at Poshmark a little bit, but their prices seem a little bit higher than eBay prices. So I'm still kind of learning that. But Moses, we Shopify too. So you do Shopify also. So kind of talk to us about Shopify. It's not one of the more well-known, but it's something that you can make some good money off of.
Absolutely. So anything that you want to sell, whether you want to create your own product, buy a product, whatever, you can basically do it on Shopify. Like this shirt I have on right now, it says gospel. It was created and advertised on Shopify. So there's a Shopify store. So if I want to create a shirt similar to this, like even the shirts that I create for my company, Limited Sports Performance, I have a Shopify store. And basically, I just sell it online. It's easy where you can just drag and drop. You can create and do anything yourself. And then
you create your own shirt on there.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't create my own shirt. So what I do is I normally get somebody to design it for me.
Okay.
And then I go to a manufacturer and get them to create it. That way, everything just plugged into my Shopify store. That way, once somebody comes to my store, they can purchase it. Whatever if they're small, if they're XL, they can purchase the shirts.
Okay. And I think you said one time you were selling something for phones. Like, was it the case?
Yeah.
So I was selling screen protectors for iPhones, and I'm not even an iPhone user. So
too
bad.
Get the lever.
Yeah.
Right. So I was selling screen protectors for iPhones, and what I was doing was it was a free plus shipping trial, and the screen protectors I would get for 11 cents, but the plus shipping part would be $6.95. So once I drove traffic to my website, I remember the numbers. It cost $1.27 per purchase. So $1.27 plus the 11 cents it cost me to purchase it, and then I make up the difference in between. So $4 some change would come to me, and I'd send the person their screen protector.
Okay, so 11 cents for you, 11 cents, and then you said the dollar something, 11 cents to buy it.
11 cents to buy, $1.20 for somebody to see it and purchase it from me, and then on the back end I get $6.95.
Okay, because it's called free plus shipping, because it's like you buy the product is free, you just pay for shipping.
Correct.
Even though you're still getting paid for it.
Correct.
It's a marketing thing.
I'm getting paid in between.
Right. Yeah. So whatever minus the shipping cost, that's $6 and
because the shipping cost at the time was like $1 or so, like for US stuff. Because mind you, especially with Facebook, you can market to the United Kingdom, to Canada, to Australia. I've had sales in Malaysia, the Philippines. I've had sales all over. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to just be in Lindenwold, New Jersey, in Philadelphia, PA, in North Carolina, wherever. You can market anywhere.
Yeah. All
right. It's just a matter of finding out, going back to what I was saying earlier, who your ideal customer was. So at the time, the ideal customers were people with iPhone 6, 7s, and 8s at the time when I was selling that.
Okay. And that's cool because we're basically y'all talking about you making money while you're asleep.
Absolutely.
It's a good thing. Check your phone and see you made some money while you were asleep.
That's
Because
wonderful.
the best part for me was waking up. It was a Saturday morning, and I had 6 sales overnight.
Wow. Wow.
And that was
Yeah.
from other countries too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, wow. Like, so that's when it became real to me.
Right. And we're trying to get y'all to see this stuff is compounded.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, if
Yes.
you sell something, $10, even if you make $10 a day,
Yeah. Yeah.
30 days in a month, you made $300. I mean, that's a car payment.
That's
That's
it.
your bill. This is not like, everybody. And like I said, Pastor Vaughters said $1,000 a week. Even if you're getting paid $400 or $500 a month, that's paying some bills.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Paying off debt.
Yeah.
That's your utilities right there. That's a car note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell people to start off with a mindset, a goal to just pay a car bill. Get a goal like that, $300-$400 a month, somewhere in there. If you can do that, that's $10. Like you said, $10 a day.
Yeah, I know one couple. I heard them. It was a marriage thing. They were talking about how they have different accounts for everything. Like I have a separate account for my eBay stuff. It's not even attached to regular stuff.
Yeah.
They would go to thrift stores and buy antique furniture for cheap, restore them, buy it for like $30. And around that time where people were buying antique furniture, like crazy, they would buy it for like $30-$40 and sell it for like $300.
Wow.
$100.
Wow.
And minus the labor and the supplies to restore them, they're making a couple $100.
Yeah.
By just going to the thrift store and just buying stuff, because people are always giving stuff away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's there. It's there. The money.
Money's there.
Oh, absolutely. It's out there.
And we're showing y'all low cost ways of doing this stuff where you don't need a whole lot of money to get out there and do it. In a recession, people are buying makeup makeup they will always buy.
Mm-hmm.
People will keep paying their cell phone bill, but won't pay their mortgage.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, come on, y'all. Stuff people want to pay for.
Here's a mindset not to have. A lot of people saying, well, everybody's getting laid off, unemployment's going up, people don't have money. Well, why is Jeff Bezos and Amazon, why is their stock going up?
And
because people are still buying stuff.
They hiring people still. They still hiring.
Right, and they're hiring people still. The money is out there. Don't let that trick you.
Absolutely. And folks are making they're buying up property right now.
Yes.
They're buying
No competition.
Right
yeah.
I mean, it's insane. Like I've noticed a lot of I listen to some comedians and some people, the singers that were on the road, all their dates got canceled for the year. Mm-hmm. They're looking into being booked in 2021. Mm-hmm. And so what a lot of them did was those who had an online presence before, they're still making money right now because they had people contributing to their stuff. So I should have, first one, I'm starting the podcast stuff. I should have started it last year.
Yeah. That would cool.
and bringing the ad revenue and all the stuff like that. I'm doing it this year. But the reality is that I think a lot of us, this pandemic showed us some areas where we should have been working in before.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
We need to be more flexible with how we make our income and not just rely on, I got a job and I don't do anything else and God will provide. You know how God provides? By you working, and all labor is profit.
Right. That's right.
The Bible talks about you till your land. That's how you eat your bread.
Yeah.
You got to be able to work, y'all.
We got a lot of time to till that land.
Absolutely. And look, folks are still buying stuff on eBay in this pandemic. Mm-hmm. You ride by the post office, people are still up in there.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Absolutely.
And normally your main job doesn't give you everything you need. It gives you what you need, but it don't give you all the extras that you want.
Right.
Yeah, all your wants are kind of down the drain because you got that one income coming in. So we found out early on, I was like, if we want to have certain things, we need extra income to have it. You got to go out and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we kind of just wanted to introduce some stuff to you, and we'll probably come back and we can talk some more. Like I said, this is just the introduction because we do a whole 4 to 5 week seminar where we break down all the details on how to set up an eBay account, how to set up Shopify, how to set up Amazon. And it's very easy.
Yeah.
The only learning curve is, like we all said, learning how to price stuff.
That's it.
When to sell it. Even on eBay, what times to put it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to do an auction, this is the time it should end, because us on East Coast, we think East Coast time, but
that's all we're thinking, right?
what's that groove between East and West Coast time?
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people that do a lot of big sales on eBay, they do their major auctions end around like 9-10 p.m. because that gives the West Coast people time, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
They're getting off of work.
Yeah, they gives them time to do their thing.
That's good.
If you're auctioning at 8 a.m. in the morning on Eastern Standard Time, them folk on the West Coast say
they sleep.
They sleep still.
5 o'clock in the morning go by that.
Yeah.
So there's all tricks to the trade on how to do this. So that seminar does cost some money. Praise the Lord, it's not free.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
You know, if y'all want to do the seminar online, that's going to cost some money. It's a nominal fee. I think we charge very cheap for that. I think it was
it's been
$15 a session.
Yeah, it was very, very cheap to get a fast forward in this thing and not make the same mistakes we made. I mean,
yeah. And the people that are doing it, we're still getting testimonies of people selling stuff on these different platforms and making money.
Yeah.
So, anything you guys want to share before we go?
I would say lastly, as a homework assignment to people that are looking for things to do while they're at home during this time, is to look up service-based businesses. All right. And that's something that you can do. So for instance, I'm a personal trainer. That's a service-based business. Some people need their dogs to be walked. That's a service-based business. Some people need their dry cleaning to be picked up. That's a service-based business. I just looked at it. Forbes just put out a list of 105 service-based businesses. There's an opportunity for you to create a business for yourself. So that's where you can go on a Shopify or ClickFunnels, create a website, drive traffic to it. Now you're making money for yourself. So as a homework assignment to you, I would say to look up the service-based business that kind of caters to what you like to do, and just try to start something for yourself. Because the money's out there, as we all explained. It's just up to you to, as Pastor Nick said, to till the land.
That's it. Let me piggyback off that. Also, just go into figure out which business is right for you. So you got to figure out which one works for you. Whether it be eBay, whether it be Amazon, Shopify, and all these other little businesses out there. I heard of one called Ship It, where basically you become the shopper. You go to the grocery store and you shop for the people, and you basically take their groceries to their home, and you make money that way off the tips. And so it's so many ways out there to make money. I know the DoorDash and Grubhub, a lot of those guys are making a lot of money on tips. I heard one driver said they made in 2 hours they made $80 in tips. Yeah. So I mean, there's ways out there to make money. Find out what works for you and just work the system.
Yeah, and like we said, instead of thinking the ways you can't, think of the ways that you can.
You can. That's it.
Absolutely.
And Moses is right. The service-based industries, this stuff is working. And there are more ways to make money now than probably any time, because we have more.
It's the time.
You have the time and the resources. The internet is just breaking everything up.
Yes.
Door to door like it used to. Just put it online now for the most part.
Yeah.
And watch it. And if it gains traction, you got it. So, if you guys want to learn more about this, email social@gotobethany.com. Again, that's social@gotobethany.com, and we'll see what we can do from there. Tomorrow night we're having our millennial talk at 7, and then next week we got a whole another scale of things we're going to show you guys, as well as on next Friday we're going to bring in a financial advisor, and we're going to talk to you about investments, savings, budgeting, all that good stuff like that, so we can be more than hood rich and look for money and actually have some money too. Praise the Lord.
That's right.
All right. I want to thank Moses. Thank you, Vaughters. Appreciate you guys for coming on.
Not a problem.
Appreciate you, man.
All right. We'll talk to y'all soon. All right. Y'all two stay on real quick. All right.
Gotcha.
See y'all, family. See y'all Sunday.
See ya.
Later.